I learned a long time ago not to get on here and make big, bold assumptions like so-and-so is going to be the next main pop girl, but I do have to talk about Avery Cochran and why I think she is going to be a huge artist kinda soon. Avery Cochran is a queer singer-songwriter based in Seattle, Washington, who makes indie pop music. Avery's writing, to me, is kind of like Taylor Swift's writing, but a little bit more interesting, and that is not a dig to Taylor Swift. I am a Swiftie, I am hand-hearting, don't get in my comments. It's a little bit different because it's through that queer lens. She also just has a really unique point of view, and some of the stuff that she writes about, or at least the way that she writes about certain subjects, I haven't heard other artists write about them in that way. For instance, she has a song called Shapeshifting on a Saturday Night.
And she's twisting, shape-shifting on a Saturday night. Will she waste into the kind of woman everyone
And it is basically about like trying to fit in and make other people like you. It's about people pleasing ultimately, but the way that she writes about it is very relatable, and it's done in a way that I haven't heard anyone else write about that before. And speaking of that song, that's actually the first one that she released with a fully fleshed out pop production. It came out on August 8th of last year, and I discovered her about a month after that, so in September, and I've been following her and have been obsessed with her since. Everything she released before then was also good, but it was just not as fully fleshed out. It was more DIY bedroom pop vibes, but she's released 2 more songs since Shapeshifting came out, and they are The Griever
I blistered all my fingers, been fighting by the ringer. I even got fired as the restaurant singer.
and Losing Streak.
It's everything incompatible electricity.
All 3 of these songs are just bangers. They sound amazing. The writing is interesting and clever, and the melodies are so catchy. She's also released 2 music videos so far with these songs, and they're very visually appealing, which I feel like is a little bit hard to come by with smaller artists. As I mentioned earlier, Avery's music does lean a little bit more indie pop, but there is just something about her that I do believe has mass appeal. And I felt a very similar way about Chappell Roan, who I followed from 2021 up until current day, but I remember for years telling people to get into Chappell Roan because I could tell that she was going to be big, and lo and behold, I was correct. And I have that same feeling of just like, yes, her music is indie and she writes from a queer experience, so you would expect her to be more niche, but she has mass appeal. And I'm telling you now that you should go get into her. I think you want to be ahead of the curve and say that you were there early. So please go pre-save her EP that comes out next Friday and listen to Losing Streak and Shapeshifting on a Saturday Night right now. And then report back here and tell me what you thought, and maybe follow for more music recommendations.